Hello, Arjun Erigaisi. Welcome to Düsseldorf. You play today for Düsseldorfer Schachclub. This season we're playing second Bundesliga, and you're here already the second time. First was in December. You just won your game. How was the play today, and how was your game?
Hi, thank you. Yeah, the game wasn't easy. He had some good opportunities. In the opening, I played this move Rook C8. I think that was inaccurate. His e4 was good, h6, and here g4 would have been very strong. He saw the idea, but he didn't concretely make it work because here g4 I cannot take on g4 because of e5. But I think he just assumed I have knight g4, so he prepared it with h3. And that was a bit slow, and I got some play. But yeah, if he played g4, I think I would have been in trouble. And later in the game, at one point he played bishop f3. Instead of that, if he played rook e6, I think again it was like he had good chances at least to make it there. But yeah, fortunately I managed to win the game.
Okay. It's not always so easy. Yesterday you had a pretty tough game. Even in the second Bundesliga, the players are well prepared, yeah?
Yeah, it's not easy, and I noticed most of the players are resisting quite well. Today's opponent also, like, even after getting a lost position, he resisted very well, and one inaccuracy would have changed the result. And yesterday was the same case. I got a very good position, but he resisted very well, and I made some inaccuracies, and he capitalized on it.
Okay, very good. Yeah, so we try to move up to First Bundesliga. I think we have good chances. So next year, First Bundesliga would be quite another challenge even, yeah?
Yeah, I have never played in the Bundesliga before, so it will be quite exciting. I look forward.
You're playing the Indian national team, yeah?
It's not confirmed yet, but yeah, if I maintain my ranking, I'll make it.
Okay. So the plan would then be to play the Olympiad in Budapest this year?
Yeah, if I make it, that's the plan.
That would be great. You won the Tata Steel Masters, if I'm right.
No, I won the Challengers.
The Challengers?
In 2022.
Okay. That's not easy as well. Yeah? I mean, many good players there, and winning the Challenger is quite a feat. Yeah?
Yeah, it was a strong field, and I played quite well. But the next year in Masters, I suffered quite badly.
Where do you live?
I live in a city called Warangal. It's near a major city called Hyderabad.
Okay.
It's in the south.
Okay, so well, some of the other Indian players are from Chennai, where also where many players are there. It's like a chess community.
Yeah, it's like the chess capital of India.
Yeah. So do you go there often as well? You do trainings there or so?
Not really. Most of my trainings are online, so yeah, I don't travel to Chennai.
Do you have a trainer?
Yes, Rustam Kazim.
Whom?
Rustam Kazimjano.
Okay.
He actually is from Uzbekistan, but he lives in Germany.
Okay. So you do online training with him?
Yes.
Okay. Do you also play a lot of online chess, like these Title Tuesday and other events? We have seen a lot of online competition going on at the moment, yeah?
Yeah, I used to play them a lot in the start, and then in the middle I completely lost interest in online. So I completely stopped, and now again I'm getting back to online chess.
Okay. Why was it? Why did you lose the interest?
It just felt, when there was no over-the-board tournaments, it was just like boring to look at the screen all the time and not play real chess. So yeah.
So real chess is more interesting with the real opponent,
sure,
yeah?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Yeah, thanks a lot. I wish you good luck for the game tomorrow and for us to win all games this weekend and move up to First Bundesliga. We look forward to seeing you here again.
Thank you, and thanks for having me.
Thank you.